यस्यो भवत्भक्तिजनार्तिहन्तुः प्रतिष्ठमीश्वचार्यतूर्णं स्तम्भे अवतारस्तुवनन्यलक्ष्यं लक्ष्मीनृसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि गुरुभ्यः तद्गुरुभ्यश्च नमो वाकं धीमहि प्रणीमहे च तत्राज्यौ दम्पतीं जगदां पतिं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामनमच्युतामस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतपदां भजेत्मत्मव्यामोहतत्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतो श्रीकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये माता पिता युवतिस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेर्वकलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्गडगणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं चरश्च मदाह्वयभट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रेणुपरकालयतीन्द्रमिष्टान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् नक्षत्रं पूर्व फल्गुनी गोदादेवी's जन्म नक्षत्रम मास नक्षत्रम. When you say ThiruNakshatram, that means it is the birthday once a year. Masa Nakshatram, every month that Masa Nakshatram, Janma Nakshatram. Once a year, what you celebrate as birthday, they call ThiruNakshatram. But every month when that Nakshatram is there, it's called Masa Nakshatram. They do Thirumanjanam to Bhagavan as well as Maharishmi and etc. Acharyas, all verse. Today is Uttara Phalguni. Uttara Phalguni is Sri Maharishmi's Nakshatra. Now, Krishna Gopala Vimshati, the most complicated form of all the incarnations is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. But the Saulabhyam, in spite of being so complicated, Saulabhyam, extremely easy to approach him. అసలు ఆయన దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళడానికి కూడా భయపడిపోయేవాళ్ళు, వణికిపోయేవాళ్ళు. Because he is a Chakravarti. He is the son of an emperor and he himself became an emperor. When you go to an emperor, you have to observe all the protocols, courtesies. Krishna, even though he is the most difficult one to understand, to comprehend, extremely easy to approach him, extremely easy. How easy? Nathasya Nanda Bhavane Navanita Natcham. When you see a child, what do you do generally? Especially when the child is looking very cute, you say, I'll give you a chocolate. Will you sing a song? And the child, so fond of a chocolate or balloon, either will sing or dance, etc. Oh, when Krishna was 1 year old, so cute little boy, Nadhasya Nanda Bhavane Navanita Natcham. Every Gopika comes there to Yashoda, pampers Krishna, and will just bring whatever small size ball of in her fist. You know, in your fist, how much you can hide? At the most, the size of a grape, the size of a grape, the size of a gooseberry, that's all. The size of a strawberry. Just for that size of the grape size ball of butter, Gopikas will come and ask Krishna, Krishna, I'll give you this butter. Will you dance for me? Krishna used to then entertain the Gopikas. Afterwards, Krishna had his own gang, friends, batch, go from house to house, enjoy the yogurt, butter in their houses. Age 5, a little bit big boys, as the cows for grazing. The boys are so interested. They used to pester their moms. We too want to go to the forest because they see the mother packing lunch for the father. So these boys also want to enjoy a packed meal. Just to enjoy the packed meal in the company of friends, all the boys used to pester. We also want to go to the. If dad has gone to take care of cows, I'll go to take care of the cows. They all joined. Dadhyanna Mashnadiyaha, Saulabhyam, extremely easy approachability. Krishna wanted to enjoy the his friends. He will just guide all the friends as they were sitting and eating their lunch, yogurt rice. In their right hand, they should always have their stick in case the calves go far away. They have to go and bring them back. That stick is just to threaten them, I'm going to beat you if you don't come back. So the stick should always be there. So, how to eat? In their left hand, they keep, and especially request their moms to make sure that there are a variety of pickles for them to enjoy. And in between the gaps of the fingers, they keep 3 or 4 pickles. With their tongue, they lick a little bit of the yogurt rice and lick a little bit of the pickle and enjoy the yogurt rice. And now Krishna wants to enjoy the leftover yogurt rice and the leftover pickles. So Krishna will just guide them. Hey, look at that big monkey on the tree. That's it. Monkey is an attraction for the boys. The boys will keep on focusing on the tree. Where is the monkey? Where is the monkey? Krishna will keep on guiding them. Look at there, between that branch, that branch, this branch. As the boys were there intensely looking at the tree, Krishna will eat their lunch. And when they see no monkey there, and when they come bend their head to eat their yogurt rice leftover, now realize the trick played by Krishna, that there was no monkey at all. Krishna played the trick and he ate their yogurt rice. And literally they will start beating Krishna. Krishna will enjoy their beatings. Saulabhyam, extremely easy approachability. And as far as the Gopikas are concerned, Vrajayoshi Dapanga Vedhaniyam Madhura Bhagya Mananya Bhogya Vrajayoshit Apanga Vedhaniyam. Today there are a lot of people who do not know Telugu. Vasudha can't understand, Hema can't understand, Kamala can't understand, Padma can't understand. That's why we are doing in English. Unless one of you takes some special classes, spoken Telugu. The Gopikas, Vrajayoshidapanga Vedhaniyam. The looks can be literally, the looks can be really haunting. The looks can be so hot. The looks can even scorch you. That is the meaning. Yoshit Apanga Vedhaniyam. Vraja in the Nanda Gokulam. Yoshit, the females, the gopikas. Apanga. These ladies, they are so shy. They just want to keep on looking at Krishna 24/7. But they don't want Krishna to notice that they are looking at him. So when Krishna is looking at them, they just bend their heads as though they are not. When Krishna is not looking at them, these 16,000 gopikas of Nanda Gokulam, they will be looking at Krishna with such an intense look. That intense looks of the gopikas, apanga. Apanga means pretending not to be looking, but actually looking. The sidelong glances, apanga. It was the Krishna can understand. Krishna could feel the heat. Krishna could feel the intensity of their looks. Apanga Vedhaniyam. Such a great saulabhyam. And when the innocent gopikas were there attracted to the melodies from Krishna's Mohana Vamshi, and when Krishna realized, he knew right from day one, it is the gopikas who realized that they are so much in love with Krishna. It took nearly 7 years for them. It took nearly 7 years for them to understand that even though they are all grown-ups, they are all physically married, even though they are all having children, and some of them are teenagers too, it took 7 years for them to realize that in their heart of hearts, they are craving for union with Krishna. A desire that they cannot tell anyone else because of feminine modesty. And when they could not control their desires anymore, every gopika knows the other gopika is as much or even more interested in Krishna as she is. That is when, during the month of Margashira, December 14th to January 14th or so, they did the Katyayani Vratam. Katyayani Mahamaye Sarvakamya Varaprade Nandagopa Sute Nama. Can you imagine every gopika coming in such a cold weather? In December, Vrindavan gets very cold. For India, it is very cold. They get up before sunrise. They walk all the way to Yamuna. In the cold waters of Yamuna, they take a bath. They made a vigraham of Katyayani, Parvati, Gauri, with the sand and with the Dhupa, Deepa, Apupas, Dhupa, Deepa, Nivedanas. Apupa means bhakshyam, like laddu, muruku, so many things. They bring and they offer. And when it comes to offering their desire, they say, Nanda Gopa Sutan Devi, Patim Te Kurute Nama. Hey Katyayani, what all we are interested is please, please make sure that Nanda's son Krishna will be our husband. Not our, will be my husband. Everyone is praying the same thing in a loud voice, and every other, and still they avoid praying. Let her pray, so what? Krishna can be my husband too. And every girl felt, every gopika felt, Krishna is my husband. If the others are there, let them pray. I don't care. Krishna will certainly be my husband. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna, extremely accessible, did Gopika Vastrapaharanam. Na Vivasana Snayate, according to Aruna Prashna in Yajurvedam. In a public place, especially in rivers, nobody should take bath without having any clothes on their body. Even if it is a secluded area, even if there are no onlookers, still we should not take bath in a public place, in a river, etc., without covering the body. And when these put covering their bodies, Krishna said it is a violation of dharma. To teach them the lesson the hard way, Krishna has taken all their clothes and was nicely sitting on top of a Astitah Kunda Shakham Vaso Hrutva Dinakarasuta Sannidhau Allavina. Having grabbed all the clothes that the ladies have kept on the river banks, Krishna climbed Asthitaha Kundashaka. Leela Smero Jaiti Lalitam Asthita Kundashaka. And now, whatever looks the Gopikas used to look at Krishna, now Krishna is repeating it with the same kind of haunting looks. Savrida Vistadhanavasane Tabihi Abhyarvishamani. Kami Kaschat Karakamalayoho Anjalim Yachamanaha. The Gopikas are very happy that Krishna came. The Gopikas are very shy. How could Krishna steal our clothes? The Gopikas are scared. How can we come out of the water? But when Krishna says Karakamalayoho Anjalim Yachamanaha, when Krishna said there is no other way you will get your saris back unless you come out with your hands raised on your head in Anjali and beg for your clothes, then only you will get them. The Gopikas made up their minds. What is it that we are praying and that we are doing this Katyayani? Nanda Gopa Sutan Devi Tinte Kurute Nama. The physical body, good, it belongs to the family. But our real internal body, the Sukshma Shariram, Sthula Shariram belongs to the family. But the Sukshma Shariram and the Atma belongs to the Paramapurusha Krishna. So what? He is our husband. Should we be shameful about it? With hands on their heads, the Gopikas walked to Krishna. And the minute Krishna realized that these Gopikas are so truly surrendered to him, with a zero Dehabhimanam, that is when Krishna blessed them with the unimaginable Rasa Krida and the Jala Krida. Saulabhyam. Could anybody do that kind of activities? They are scared to death. Even Sugriva, Vibhishana, Jambavan, They have to observe their distance to Brahma. Krishna, there is practically no distance between Krishna and his devotees. Saulabhyam. So the Krishna Avatara most complicated to understand, extremely easy to approach. And that Krishna, see, we can only get through the intervention of Mahalakshmi's recommendation. That is where Mahalakshmi comes into picture. Even though she herself is Paramatma, just as Paramatma is a Sreshi, the master, and we are all Sreshas, the servants. Sresha, the relation between a master and a servant. The servant is an eternal servant, and the master is an eternal master. And the relationship is inseparable. It Ubhaya Vibhutis. In the Leela Vibhuti here, and in the Nitya Vibhuti over there. Even though Sri Mahalakshmi is herself as equal to Sriman Narayana, Paramatma, still she prefers the role of recommending this Jivatma's Sharanagati be accepted by the Paramatma, and will convince him, will argue with him on our behalf. And finally, when Bhagavan is accepting to take this Jivatma to his feet with great humility to do that Sharanagati, the happiest person is not the Jivatma. The happiest person is not the Paramatma. The happiest person is the mother, Sri Mahalakshmi. And that Mahalakshmi is Nityanapayini. She is the Divya Mahishi of Deva Deva. She is the mother of all the universes. She is my mother too. She is your mother too. That Mahalakshmi's Janma Nakshatram is today Uttara Phalguni. Now tell me, Amma, what are your questions? Anusha, no questions, Amma.
Yes, Acharya.
ఈరోజు వర్క్ లేదా?
లేదా ఆచార్య.
అయినా నీకు సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ కాబట్టి ఇష్టమైతే వెళ్తావు, లేకపోతే లేదు కదా.
Yes, ఆచార్య.
Go ahead, Amma. What are your questions?
అదేం స్వామి, ఆళ్వార్లకు చరిత్ర చెప్తాను చెప్పారు స్వామి.
Alwaan is not Alwar.
Yes, Alwaan.
There is a difference between Alwar and Alwaan.
Yes, sir.
Padma, expert in Tamil, explain the Tamil grammar, Padma. The difference between Alwar ending with R for Rama, Alwaan ending with N for Narayana. Padma, go ahead, Padma. Padma, Sriram, are you there? Padma, are you there? Oh, she says sorry. It means one who is deeply immersed in Bhagavat Tattvam. Alwar. Alwar who are deeply immersed in enjoying Bhagavan, and Alwaan means deeply immersed in enjoying one's Acharya. Alvars are those dedicated to Bhagavan, enjoying being a servant of Bhagavan. Alvar is one who enjoys being a servant of the Acharya. In that respect, KuuraTalwaan is one which we all have to follow his footsteps.
This session is no longer being recorded. A
Before,
recording has started.
before being called Alwan, he was called Kuresha Mishra, a very, very rich person, interested in serving the Bhagavatas. All the devotees who used to visit Kanchi Varadaraja temple, they could go, they just walk in to KurathAlwaan's place and enjoy sumptuous prasadam over there. And that prasadam is from morning till midnight. Finally, when the host needs some rest, they used to close the doors at midnight. Until midnight, people can walk in and enjoy prasadam. As the midnight approaches and they were closing the gates, if the doors are not properly greased, they will make some speaking noise. Calm of the mid of the night, this speaking noise of the closing doors was heard by Sri Mahalakshmi, called Perundevi Tayar in Kanchipuram. And she asked her Lord, what is the speaking noise in the middle of the night? And Bhagavan explains, this speaking noise we are hearing means it is midnight. That great Mahatma Kuresha Mishra, having served the Bhagavatas night, is planning to take some rest, closing the doors. Mahalakshmi Perudevi Tayar was so surprised. Such a Mahatma, you say, how come he never came to the temple to have our darshan? Bhagavan's reply, where is the time for him to come and see us? He is seeing us in all the Bhagavatas. He is the Mahatma who realized Bhagavan's Kainkaryam is preferable, and he is immersed completely in Bhagavata Kainkaryam. Finally, when Mahalakshmi sent a message that she wanted to see KurathAlwaan, KurathAlwaan felt, I still have this ego that it is my money that I am doing Annadanam, and I am not even surrendered. Let me first be Acharya Bhagavad Ramanuja. Let me do Sharanagati. Let me feel that I am completely devoid of any possessions, that I am totally at the mercy of Sri Mahalakshmi. Then I will come and have darshan. And that's it. KurathAlwaan handed over all his property to the children with the request, continue doing the Annadanam. KurathAlwaan and his wife left to Srirangam, Sri Ramanuja. An interesting episode. On their way to Srirangam, they have to pass through a forest. It was dark. They could not walk any further. They were just there relaxing under a tree. KurathAlwaan could fall asleep, but the lady is scared. She woke up her husband and said, I'm scared. KurathAlwaan said, are you scared of what? She confessed, we left everything and we're going to Srirangam, but you are such a great millionaire. I just brought one gold cup so that at least you can have some drinking water every day in that gold cup. I'm afraid if a thief comes, he will grab even this gold cup. KuuratAlwaan smiled, having left the entire wealth. What am I going to do with this little gold cup? He will come and steal it. Come on, give me the cup. He took it and just threw it into the forest, far away, and said, now sleep comfortably. That is the kind of renunciation KurathAlwaan had. Came to Bhagavad Ramanuja, did Sharanagati at his feet, became a closest disciple of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Literally go for Vinsha Vritti, begging in the streets of Srirangam to get just some rice, enough for himself and his wife to survive. One day there was a lot of rain and he could not go out to beg. So that day practically nothing was there with him to eat. So he just completed the Aradhana, took the Tirtham, the Tulasi that is offered at the feet of Krishna as prasadam. And he even joked with his wife. Look at this. I had Tirtham, my stomach is full, and I had this Tulasi. Could you see? This Tulasi is like betel leaves, and even my mouth is red. I could understand how hungry you are and how you are managing. That with Tirtham, your stomach is full, and the Tulasi that you put in the mouth is like betel leaves. Fine. Fine for you, not for me, who is devoted to my husband. It was about lunchtime, 12 noon. In Raghunatha's temple in Srirangam, the midday offering was being done to Bhakti. The bell is ringing. So the non-stop ringing of the bell is an indication for all the people that the offering is going on for Sri Ranganatha, the lunchtime offering. KurathAlwaan's wife was so much in pain. She was talking literally to Ranganatha. How could you enjoy your lunch when the devotee who did so much service to you is a star? Okay, enjoy your lunch. And those words are heard by Ranganatha. Immediately, the Ranganatha Vigraham ordered the priest, yes, you offered enough. Take this prasadam and give it in KurathAlwaan's house. The priest brought the prasadam and said, you are fortunate. Bhagavan asked us to offer this prasadam into it. KurathAlwaan was surprised. He knew he never asked for prasadam. He got a doubt and asked his wife, did you ask for prasadam? She said openly, of course, yes. When my husband is starving, I asked Ranganatha, how could you enjoy your lunch? If he is your Bhagavan, you are my Bhagavan. I have to feed my Bhagavan. KurathAlwaan said, I did not ask for prasadam. How dare you be to ask Bhagavan that how could he? Purusha, he is all. What if I starve for a day? She won't budge. KurathAlwaan said, you are the one who asked for the prasadam, so you eat it. And she was forced to eat, and at a very advanced age, she conceived after eating the prasadam. And in due course of time, she gave birth to twin boys. KurathAlwaan took born babies to Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha and left them, both kids, in the Mukhamantapam of Ranganatha saying, I never planned for these kids. It's not my doing. It is your Leela that you wanted these two Jivatmas to be born. They are your kids, not my kids. And KuurathAlwaan and his wife went away. Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha has no choice. Ranganayaki Devi, Ranganayaki Tayar. Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha has to ask his spouse Sri Mahalakshmi, please take care of these innocent kids. And Sri Mahalakshmi was so happy to see the two divine kids, named them Parashara Bhattar and Vyasa Bhattar. And they were angels. That is the greatness of KuurathAlwaan. And being such a great disciple of Bhagavad Ramanuja, he walked with Bhagavad Ramanuja all the way to Kashmir. When his Acharya wanted to have the Bodhayana Vritti to give a commentary on this Brahma Sutras, but in Kashmir, they won't give that books outside. The only one copy available of Bodhayana Vritti was. So KuurathAlwaan Ramanuja used to go there, and KuurathAlwaan has such a great, sharp memory, photographic memory. If he reads anything once and if he looks at it intently, it is there. It is almost like a photograph taken and recorded in his mind. Like that, he used to memorize a few verses a day. And having gone back to the place where they are living in Kashmir, KuurathAlwaan verses, formulas, the explanation of Bodhayana, and Bhagavad Ramanuja could give the references for Vedam and justify them. But in the commentary that Bhagavad Ramanuja was giving one day, he gave a commentary that was slightly different from what he gave under similar circumstances the previous day. And KurathAlwaan brought it. Today's commentary you are giving is completely opposite to what you gave the other day. Please revisit that matter. Ramanuja got so angry that KurathAlwaan tried to find out and immediately asked KurathAlwaan to get out. Are you the teacher or am I the teacher? Whatever I say, you better write. You're not writing, then you better get out. KurathAlwaan offered his respects to his Acharya Ramanuja, and he went away. And as usual, the next morning, KurathAlwaan came back again to be his servant. The previous night, Bhagavad Ramanuja was contemplating. Why did I ask a great Mahatma like KurathAlwaan, who is my student, to get out? He was just revisiting the whole issue of the commentary. And he was contrary to what he said. And what KurathAlwaan pointed out was correct. So the next day when KurathAlwaan came, Bhagavad Ramanuja asked for forgiveness from KurathAlwaan. That is when KurathAlwaan fell at the feet of his Acharya, Bhagavad Ramanuja, and asked for forgiveness. The offense I have committed, that you are asking me for forgiveness. It is a great apacharam. What offense? Did I commit any offense? I totally belong to you. I am your property. You have the full power of attorney over me to scold me, to beat me, to kick me out, to keep me, anything you want to do. Yesterday you said, get out. I was so happy yesterday. I felt that you accepted me as your property, that you accepted me as your servant, that you have every right over me, either to say shut up or to get out or anything. But today you are asking for forgiveness. That means I do not belong to you. You ask for forgiveness from strangers. You never ask for forgiveness from your own servants. Have I committed any offense that you are treating me as though I do not? Unimaginable humility on the part of KuuratAlwaan. And Bhagavad Ramanuja was moved to tears to see the loyalty and dedication of KuuratAlwaan to him. And another important episode about KuuratAlwaan, which we all should know. That time there was a king, Chola king, who was very much against the concept of wish. Was only insisting that everybody should pray to Parvati's husband Shankara. Literally, he was even forcing the people to accept and sign the register Shivat Parataram Nasti. Just as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Mattah Parataram Nanjat Kinchitasi Dhananjaya, Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. Over here, this Chola king signed a document saying Shivat Parataram Nasti. He had a minister, a very wise fellow. He suggested to the king, what is the point in forcing the innocent people to sign the document Shivat Parataram Nasti? If only you can make Ramanuja accept that principle as good as you have conquered all his disciples. So that King Chola king sent a word that Ramanuja should come immediately. When that time, fortunately, Bhagavad Ramanuja went for his shower, etc. in Kaveri. And the servants do not know how Ramanuja looks like. Immediately, KuuratAlwaan, who is a Grihastha, took the saffron robes of Bhagavad Ramanuja, impersonated, and they went all the way to the king. The king asked them to write down and sign Shivat Parataram Nasti. KuuratAlwaan joked, Duronamasti Shivat Param. That word Shiva can also mean Parvati's husband. That word Shiva can also mean a measuring bowl. Say, one measuring bowl is called Drona. Is 2 times that of Shiva, the small measuring bowl. So when KurathAlwaan said, Dronam Shivat Parataram, the king got so annoyed. I'm talking about Parvati's husband, and you are comparing my Lord Shankara to that of a measuring vessel, measuring bowl. Because you have eyes, you could see Narayana. He asked his servants to pull out the. They poked hot iron rods into KurathAlwaan's eyes. KurathAlwaan became blind and came back to Srirangam. Ramanuja heard the risk KurathAlwaan has taken to protect himself, Bhagavad Ramanuja. So Bhagavad Ramanuja realized how great a student is KurathAlwaan and advised him, go to Kanchi, pray to Vardara, sight back. KurathAlwaan went to Kanchipuram, prayed to Bhagavan. Bhagavan appeared and said, what do you want? KurathAlwaan, out of all his nobility and magnanimity, and said, please forgive that king and the minister who ordered my eyes be plucked out. If you don't forgive them, they will end up in unimaginable hell. Forgive them, please. Bhagavan said, noblest of the noblest are you, for everything. And he came, returned to Srirangam as a blind person. Bhagavad Ramanuja got annoyed and said, I asked you to get your sight back. KuurathAlwaan said, why do I need the sight, Swamy? I'm here to serve you. Ramanuja chastised him and said, go and tell your Varadaraja, my Guru will not accept a blind student. My Guru wants a student that can serve him. KurathAlwaan came back to Kanchipuram and prayed to Varadaraja to have a servant who can also see, not blind like me. Bhagavan Varadaraja blessed him with his sight. That great a Mahatma is KurathAlwaan. We observe Anathyanam from the Thirunakshatram day of Thirumangai who went to Alvar Tirunagari and returned only on KurathAlwaan's birthday. So during Thirumangai Alvar Thirunakshatram to KurathAlwaan Thirunakshatram, the period is called Anathyanam, where they don't chant Divya Prabandham as a mark of respect for KurathAlwaan. Sorry, as a mark of respect for Thirumangai Alvar. That great is KurathAlwaan, and his Thirunakshatram is tomorrow. And we'll start Tirupallandu. The Nanayaram will start tomorrow. And from Namadri by Madi. Go ahead, Amma. What are your questions, Amma?
స్వామీజీ ఇప్పుడు అల్వార్లు మరి భగవంతుడి మీద విపరీతమైన భక్తుడిని బట్టి అల్వార్లు అన్నారు కదా, మరి శరణాగతి పొందినోళ్ళు మరి ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో కూడా డీప్ గా ఉన్న భక్తులు ఉంటారు, వీళ్ళని అల్వార్లని ఎందుకు అన్నారు?
అందరికీ డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి. మీ బ్యాంక్ లో మీ అకౌంట్ 10,000 ఉంది, 10,000 కోట్లు ఉంది. ఆర్ యూ ఈక్వల్ టు అంబానీ?
కాదు.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అంతే. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దట్ మనం భక్తి ఉందనుకోవడం కాదు, భగవంతుడు అనుకోవాలి. It is not that we think we are rich, it is the bank that has to say we are rich. Yes, no doubt you have 10,000 rupees in your bank account. But the other richest person has 10,000 crores. So where is 10,000 rupees compared to 10,000 crores? That no, we are nowhere close. Our dedication to our Acharya is not at all close to KuurathAlwaan's. Got it? అర్థమైందా?
Sorry to ask, Bhagavad Ramanujacharya himself would have blessed KuurathAlwaan with eyesight, correct? So what is the inner meaning, him instructing Bhagavad Ramanujacharya instructing KuurathAlwaan to go to Kanchi and be blessed with eyesight?
In Sri Vaishnava
Sorry,
Sampradaya-
Acharya.
in Sri Vaishnava, even though Bhagavad Ramanuja is none other than Adisesha, even though he himself can bless KuurathAlwaan, why with sight, with anything? Every Sri Vaishnava Acharya feels they are the lowest of the lowest cadre devotees, to show their utter humility before Bhagavan. Take the students to go to Bhagavan to get blessings. So one of the greatest qualities of Vishnu way of worshipping is that they consider themselves as the lowest of the low servants, or the servant of the servants of Narayana. As KulaShekhara says, Tvad bhutya bhutya paricharaka bhutya bhutya bhutyasya bhutya itimam smara lokanatha. Sri Vaishnavas. They consider themselves as not direct servants of Narayana, not direct servants of Sri Mahavishnu. They consider themselves as the servant of the servant of the servant of the seventh level servant of Bhagavan. That's why the great Acharyas, they always guide their students to have absolute faith in the Divya Dampatish. Kirama?
Again, beautifully explained, Acharya. Narayana.
Narayana. Go ahead, ma. What else I can help you, ma?
Sriman Narayana Acharyaji, Madhura KuuratAlwaan said in praise of, like sang in praise of Nammalvar, yeah. Avarko, like, in comparison, I don't know if that even appropriate or not, but like comparing Madhura KuuratAlwaan to, KuuratAlwaan, like, how, I'm not trying to ask who's better, but like,
Even though Ramanuja is great, Ramanuja remained only as an Acharya. He tried to be an Alvar. He preferred not to glorify Bhagavan, but glorify his Acharya. So, Madhura KuuratAlwaan glorified an Alvar. So he is still considered as an Alvar. Whereas Madhura KuuratAlwaan, when he glorified Nammalvar, he became an Alvar. Alvan glorified an Acharya, not an Alvar. Generally, all Alvars are there deeply immersed in the spiritual bliss, divine bliss of enjoying Bhagavan. Alvan is the one who enjoys the divine bliss of serving their Acharya, glorifying their Acharya. So Madhura KuuratAlwaan glorified an Alvar and became an Alvar. KuuratAlwaan and became Alvan. Could you see the difference, Amma? That's why we don't Ramanuja as an Alvar, Ramanuja Acharya.
Somewhere, I don't remember where I read Acharyaji, but somewhere, or maybe I heard like one of the, like Madhura KuuratAlwaan thought of Nammalvar as his Acharyan. So, like Nammalvar, both an Alvar and put together.
But he's already an Alvar. Yes, Madhura KuuratAlwaan, for him, Kanninen Shiruthaminal Katunna Panne Pramayin and Nappanal. Nannikuntin Guru Naminamakum. Ennakum Abdurum and Nauke. So, Nammalvar is an Alvar, but an Acharya for Madhura KuuratAlwaan. But he's already at the level of an Alvar. Alvars.
Got it, Acharyaji. Thank you, Acharyaji.
Go ahead, ma'am. Any other questions, ma'am? No? Okay, ma'am. Bhagavad-Agya Sriman Narayana Pricharadam Madhyanik Sanjaya Samaye. Mantra-Rajapata Sutra Parayanam Karishye. Om Aswadguru Sharma Sarvaguru Bhyanam Sarvaguru Bhyanam.
No longer being recorded.
Sri Ishvara Vacha Television Action Pakshay Dikshitam.
Ninadastra Vishwandam
Ninadatrastha Vishwandam Vishnu Mukram Namamyaham.
Sarve Ravachitam Praptam Sabalavintesatam.
Nakhaglai Shakale Chakre Stambhiram Namamyaham.
Pada Vishnuta Patalam Murda Vishnu Vishtapam.
कुजप्रविष्टाष्टदिशं महाविष्णुं नमाम्यहम्
ज्योतिं शुक्येन नक्षत्र ज्वलनादिन्यक्रमात्
ज्वलन्तं नमाम्यहम्
वेन्द्रैरपिना सर्वं सर्वदा
यो जानाति न मां याद्यं तमहं सर्वतोमुखम्
नरमवच्चैव ईश्वरपरमहत्मनः
महासतं महादंष्ट्रं तं नृसिंहं नमाम्यहम्
गिर्नामस्प्रणद्भितः भूतवेताः राक्षसाः
रोगाद्याश्च प्रणश्यन्ति भीषणं तं नमाम्यहम्
सर्वोऽपि समाश्रित्य सकलं भद्रमश्नुते
श्रिया च भद्रया जुष्टो यस्तं भद्रं नमाम्यहम्
साक्षात् स्वकाले सम्प्राप्तं मृत्युमशतुगणान्वितम्
भक्तानां
भक्तानां नाशयेद्यस्तु मृत्युमृत्यु
नमस्कारात्मकं विधायनम्
त्यक्तदुःखोऽखिलान् कामान् अश्नन्तं तं नमाम्यहम्
नमस्कारात्मकं विधायात्मनिवेदनम्
त्यक्तदुःखोऽखिलान् कामान् अश्नन्तं तं नमाम्यहम्
दासपुताश्रते सर्वे आत्मानः परमात्मनः
अतोऽहमपि ते दासः इति मत्वा नमाम्यहम्
दासभूताश्रते सर्वे आत्मानः परमात्मनः
अतोऽहमपि ते दासः इति मत्वा नमाम्यहम्
शङ्करेणादरात् प्रोक्तं पदानां तत्तन्मयम्
निमे पठे तस्य श्रीर्विद्याश्च वर्धते निमे पठे तस्य श्रीर्विद्याश्च वर्धते
श्रीमन्त्राजपदस्तोत्रं समाप्तम् यदक्षपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपदाक्षरं च न्यूना च अतिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व पुरुषोत्तम क्षमस्व सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु कर्मफलं सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीरङ्गनाथ श्रीगोपीन्द्रलक्ष्मेन्द्र समशेत करुणिकपात्र वेदांत देशनोपदेशे वेदांत देशीय नमः देशिकाय नमः अस्मदाचार्यवर्गले शरणम्
वेदान्त